being harangued about his duties by Tom.
Time to debunk your skills, Tyra. I'm cold with it. All right, time to debunk them skills, bitch nigga. Now check this out, Tyra. You claim you got skills in the legal justice system, but your son is a criminal, a drug addict. You know the law so much that you said that you were going to have myself, along with Tommy, arrested, locked up, have our children removed from the house, right? Because you cold with it. I mean, Tyra, how does it feel being a grandfather and not being fit enough to look after your own grandchildren? I mean, if Darius isn't fit and his baby mama isn't fit, you ain't fit either. I find that strange. That you brag about knowing the law and knowing the government, but children in your family are suffering and you don't even care about that. These innocent children that you could have rescued, that you could have done something because you know the law. If Darius, you right now telling everybody what a great father you are, but you allowed your grandchildren to be taken by the system and you didn't fight the law or the government at all. You're actually bragging about them being gone. That's actually one of your pointers. You ain't got your kids no more. You ain't got your kids no more. You ain't got your kids no more. That's actually your point. But when you say his kids, ain't them your kids too? All right. You're gonna talk about this can't be my son. This can't be that. It can't be. It can't be. It is. But I'm curious, Tyra, who was punching you in the face at 10 years old? I mean, you have this child that you say is unruly. Well, why haven't you been able to train your child? Because now he's an adult and he's completely out of control. That doesn't say that you trained him. I mean, unless you're trying to say you trained him to do that. You trained him to be a drug addict. You trained him to tote guns. You trained him to go, nah, me. You trained him to do that. What exactly, when you talk about, I raised my boy, I raised my boy, you raised him to do what? He wasn't raised like that. You wasn't raised like that, boy. Right. And someone said it in your chat room, and it made perfect sense. The nigga said, you got more photos of cars than you do of your own son. Tyra, that is a fact. You've been with Donna 24 years, right? 11 out of the 24 years that you've been with your wife, okay? 11 out of those 24 years, you've been on YouTube. So if we go back 11 years, that would make Darius a minor, wouldn't it? When you started on YouTube, Darius was a minor. He wasn't a grown-ass man then, was he? He wasn't grown then, was he? Was he grown 11 years ago? People would say no. But that's when you started on YouTube. So you got Polaroids. Polaroids are from the 90s, Tyra. If I go back on the clock 11 years, the year would be 2008. So you didn't have to have Polaroids back then. You know, you were taking pictures with your phone. You were posting videos on YouTube on your little car channel with you and Donna riding around in them old schools. Ooh, I never saw Darius in one old school. I mean, surely the man that claims that he raised his son ain't gonna show no fucking Polaroids, right? Because he wasn't born then. Remember, Tyra, you're going on 42, right? Because I'm 41, which means that you're a old school of the 90s, not the 50s and 60s, but you like to confuse people. You should be referring to New Jack City. You should be making these type references when Master P first came out, when Eazy-E found out he had AIDS, when Tupac died. All of these things are a part of the old school for you, but you keep bringing up Polaroids, which would have made us children because we took photos with Polaroids. And by the time the 90s came, all that shit was crossing over. And they stopped selling film for Polaroid cameras. So you had no choice. You had to go upgrade your shit when they stopped selling the Polaroids films for that particular camera, the one that, yeah. You had to update because they got a whole new style of film now. So in 2008, right, why don't you show us some father-son moments from that point when he was 16? You showed a photo of you cutting his hair. You showed a photo of him at 16 years old being a father with a cigarette in your mouth, blowing the tobacco in the face of a newborn. I'm just saying, bro. You raised this nigga, right? But he became a father at 16. So who was he fucking at your house? Because it seems like you allowed underage sex at your house, Tyra. Did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy that? Because that would have put you in your 30s, my nigga. That would have put you in your 30s. And your teenage son is bringing children home. Knocking up females just like his daddy. All right. Seems like your story's a little bit off. I noticed your mama was in the house and you forgot to tell her about Auntie Shirley and how she smoked crack with your baby mama. How come y'all didn't talk about that? Because remember, you said you were going to bring that conversation up. You must have forgot. How you were going to sit here and tell us that your baby mother, Darius's mother, was smoking crack with your mother's sister around the corner from your crib. And you know this because your mother's sister told you that. Why didn't you confirm that story? Why didn't you confirm their story? You had so much fun talking to your mother about Darius, but you didn't want to bring up your mother's sister? The one that you said smoked crack with your baby mom? Because then, right, that would make your baby mom a minor. So your Aunt Shirley was smoking crack with a minor, being your baby mama. But your mother came over there last night and you didn't want to talk about that. Why? All right. See, I've made mistakes in my life, Tyra, but none as greater as you. I mean, you have a lot of mental issues. I mean, how did you become attracted to a crackhead and you didn't smoke crack yourself? How did that happen? Hold on, I'm cutting this Wi-Fi off. All right, I'm trying to figure this shit out. How did you fuck around and fall in love with a crackhead? And according to you, there were 10 men in the room. You were one of the 10. All these men had sex with your baby mama, and you were the last one, and you didn't have a rubber on, and you went in there and bust a nut, and poof, she got pregnant, and you claimed the baby without taking a paternity test. Isn't this your story, Tyra? I remember it well, even though you called me a liar. Did I lie on you at that point? I mean, it's what you said. All right. All right, yeah. All right. You see, Tyra, when it comes to me, I don't allow you to deflect. And Tommy doesn't allow you to deflect either. We All right. All right. Yeah. We'll slide back down this hill. Wow, that's a nice ass house. Old structure, all brick. Yeah, the all brick houses have the best look to them, in my opinion. Like that all brick house is abandoned. You probably just need a lot of interior work done. But, you know, a lot of physical effort goes into fixing up a house, you know, but shit, you just want to do it one time. You don't want to keep doing that shit over and over and over again. It's gonna be one and done. One and done. I mean, Tyra, why not exonerate yourself and play the video? But you can't play the video because the video is going to describe what Darius said it's going to describe. I mean, you done probably already deleted that shit. You already deleted that shit. All right. What you trying to do? Get somebody to pretend to be Darius? All right. Hey, Tyra, those cameras are really becoming a curse more than a benefit. I mean, think about this. You had your camera set up at your old house. You got into an argument with your neighbor. You looked at your neighbor and said you would beat his ass while he was on his property. You said, I'll beat your ass. That nigga walked up in your face and said, I'm standing right here. At that moment, you started screaming for the police. Donna was screaming, tell him to get over there. Get over there. But you gonna knuckle up and put your gun down? Nigga, you wasn't man enough to put your gun down for your own son, bitch. Come on, Tyra. I would destroy you. You can't even stand in my presence, let alone look me in the eye for real. You have yet to have the balls to look me in the eye, nigga, because you clearly see I am way more stronger than you would ever be, bitch, nigga. All right? Trust me, nigga. If we all lived in the same city, nigga, and Ashay needed somebody to help her fight, nigga, she would definitely call me before you, nigga. Because while I'm going to go down there and knock some niggas out, you going to just sit back and make videos about how you a victim, bitch. All right? Nigga, look, gangsters and tough guys, they ain't victims, nigga. But you the biggest victim on this bitch. And on some real shit, you deserve to be victimized. You deserve every fucking thing that's happening to you right now because you brought that shit on yourself. That's just like LaTanya. LaTanya saying, well, people on Trolls got her fired because she was doing something wrong on her job and they told on her. That's why she's not applying for unemployment. That's why she won't get approved for unemployment. Because she was doing something wrong on the job and she got snitched on. Now you was doing something wrong on the job, Tyra, and you got snitched on. All right. You told your son that you was going to make him fight you. So why are you upset that he is now fighting you? Why are you upset? You said you were going to make him fight you. Those were your words. Now he's fighting you. How do you feel that you're some type of fatherly role model? Because fathers don't talk to their children and say shit like that. All right. All right. I mean, how did it feel when your son wrapped his hands around your neck and squoze and you realized your oxygen was starting to leave your brain and you started to fall back and your grip kind of weakened a little bit and you realized you felt that anger that you had put inside your son in that moment when you grabbed your son by the throat and he grabbed your ass by the throat, you felt that anger and it scared you, Tyra. It scared you because that's what you created and you're afraid of what you created. But who's to blame? You. See, I'm making sure that my daughter has no hatred in her heart towards me. You put hate in your son. You taught your son how to hate because you hate yourself and you hate the world. You hate God, you hate Jesus, you hate all of these things. All right. All right. You should play some of those videos of you talking to talking about an 11-year-old girl online. I want to see your mama laugh at him. I want to see your mama laugh at them videos of you talking about sexual acts with an 11-year-old. Then she'll be reminded of where her grandson came from. Oh yeah, Tyra was fucking that 11 and 12-year-old girl. And look, he still think about them girls like that. What's wrong, Tyra? All right. When you say the gloves are off, what you mean is that I'm going to talk sexually about children and talk about them being raped and how I would enjoy watching an 11-year-old getting raped because you actually did see that in real life, right? Because your baby mama was that 11-year-old and the other 9 guys were white guys and you were the only black dude in the room, right? That's why you brought that up. I mean, your mother should hear that conversation. You know, I tell my mother all types of shit. I talk about, weed with my mama. I talk about cigarettes. I tell my mama all the bad shit I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, she probably walking around the house wondering why something was broke. I'll just come out and tell it. Well, I broke that. That was me, right? Back in 96, that was me. Yeah, I did that. All right. I've done the same shit to my sister. I'm like, we old now. All right, my sister me and my sister used to go back and forth all the time. She had these fucking gold, she had these like gold 2-finger rings, and she broke my Michael Jackson tape. She broke my Michael Jackson tape, all right, and kicked my motherfucking Genesis. That's when the Genesis had just came and kicked my shit. Mm-hmm. I'm sitting on the floor playing my game and shit. She done came in there, kicked my shit, and all right. I don't even know what the hell she was mad about. But she gonna come in there and fucking with me like I'm some type of bitch. Okay. So yeah, she was like twice my size back then because she's 7 years older than me. I ain't give a fuck about all that. So I couldn't whoop her ass, so I figured I'm gonna piss her off some type of way. So I took her to, she had this like y'all remember the gold rings that had the two, they were connected. It was like a double ring. All right. I took her ring and I dropped that bitch down the goddamn radiator pipe. You know what I'm saying? In the room. Like I dropped that bitch down that radiator pipe. That motherfucker, look, them rings, that ring probably still under that house right now. That bitch is 24 karat gold. All right, motherfucker. She came home, look, where my ring? Where my ring at? Ronnie, where my ring at? I don't have your shit. I don't know where your shit at. I don't go in your room. All right, keep up with your shit. I'm still, look, I never let the motherfucking Genesis controller go. I never let that bitch out of my hand. I looked at her with a straight face and said that shit. Like if I'm not listening to Michael, your motherfucking ass ain't gonna be shining in gold, nigga. You got life fucked up. You think you're gonna be walking around with your gold flashing and shit and I can't listen to Mike? Oh man. No. No. All right. I'm just saying. But see, I got all the memories. Got photos of them. Got videos. See, when you look at my family photos, right? You see me and my mama. It's me as a child, right? And I'm living in her house. And then you see my mama grown and myself, and now she's coming to my house. You see how that works? All right. I'm not looking for a landlord. I never worry about the first of the month, ever. So the hatred that you have is not with me. I believe it's with yourself. You hate yourself. That's why you hate others. And see, nobody can read you like me, Tyra. All right? I mean, your mother named you a woman's name, dog. All right? All right? That's why you don't like nobody calling you that. Tyra. All right. Remember, you said you would come see that nigga and you had $1,000 for somebody to whoop my ass. Tyra, you are a bitch. You said all of these things before I got this car. Now you're trying to use the car as an excuse. All right. I have not owned this car for 5 years. I have not had this car forever. When you said you would come see that nigga, all right, you then turned around and said you had $1,000 for somebody to come fuck me up. So with you being 4 hours away and you still have $1,000, why have you went against your word, deflect, and then turn around and say, no, Vic, you come to me because you got the nice car? What, your truck ain't running? You got $1,000. You said you was coming to see me. Why give that money to someone else when you could come whoop my ass yourself? Why lie and try to use the car as an excuse for you not showing up and then turning around and saying, I'm supposed to show up? Amazing. You won't fight Tommy. You won't fight Super Saiyan Jim. Your neighbor punked you and your son whooped your ass. What am I supposed to accomplish by coming to the house of a weak ass nigga? What is that, proving? That I came to the house of a nigga that got beat up by his own son. So much that he had to pull a gun on his own son. All right. Now, you never denied hitting your son with the gun. Your first response was, he's on drugs. Oh. Let's check on these clothes, dog. All right. Yeah, they got about, another 10 minutes in here. They got another 10 minutes. Gonna spin for another 10 minutes in there. All right. So the boys all the way dry. See, when you talk about family dysfunction, Tyra, I had this discussion with my own mother. I said everybody wasn't a great daddy, right? Everybody wasn't father of the year. Everybody can't claim to be Carolyn, man. All right, we got to be real at some point. All right, some motherfuckers was doing their job and some motherfuckers wasn't. Give a fuck if you was blood or not. Now, Tyra, you are the one in your family that was fucking up your kids and the family legacy and the bloodline. That was you. You know, that was you. You that uncle, you that aunt, you that cousin, don't nobody want to come around, right? That's you. Tyra, you talk about me showing your family photos. You know what I show in your family photos? I show everyone how you're not there. While you talk about how don't nobody fuck with Darius in the family, bitch, don't nobody fuck with you. How many photos you took with your sister in the last 10 years, bitch? How many photos you got with your brother in the last 10 years? How many events you done went with your mama to, nigga? What are you talking about? They ain't fucking with Darius. No, they ain't fucking with you. If we go and look at your sister's Facebook page right now, we not gonna find you on that bitch. Nigga, I can show you a conversation with my sister right now. I had recently. And my sister's kids. Recently. My mother calls into the show. YouTube, Instagram, wherever the fuck I am. You told your mama a one-sided story and never showed her the video of you grabbing him first like you always do. See, the way you lied, Tyra, all right, was epic. Because we have you on video grabbing your son by the throat like this. We already have you doing that. That's what you do, right? You yoke him up, right? That's what you do. You yoke him up. You yoke him up. You grab him by the shirt. And you choke him, right? Huh? Lower your voice. Talk to me like a man. Talk to me like a man. Talk to me like a man. Look me in my eyes. Look me in my eyes, nigga. I'm retarded. Look me in my eyes. Didn't you say you were going to make him fight you? Why are you upset that he's live talking about the fight he just had with you? And you're the father. You're the influence of this grown-ass man. You're the father. You said, I'm going to make him fight me. And then you get to fighting with him. And you make him fight you. And he start whooping your ass. Give me the gun, Donna. Hand me the gun. Donna. I don't believe you snatched the gun from Donna. I believe she tossed that bitch to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Underhand. All right. That nigga was whooping your ass and Donna was like, Tyra, catch. All right, get this nigga off me. All right. Darius was whooping that ass. All right. Oh, did you show your mother the first video? Nah, he didn't show that. All right. All right. Ooh. Fun times are coming, buddy. Tyra. Fun times. But I kind of like, you know, feels like old times, Tyra. Feels like old times. I mean, you talk shit about me. I let you talk shit about me. I let you run around, going to different chat rooms, going to different areas. Right now, it's my turn. All right, now it's my turn. See, to that lame ass nigga suicide, it's not that my audience is afraid to check me. It's you afraid to check Tyra. It's not me. You're the one afraid of being blocked, not me. You're the one afraid of not having any content. Because outside of this true Freeman shit, all you got is carbonation. And well, I done did what I needed to do with that, and I'm still rolling. All right. What do these niggas have to offer outside of hating on VicDamoane? That would be zero. That'd be nada, nothing. But, all right, I'm gonna go grab these clothes from the dryer. All right, I'm gonna kick back for a little while. All right, let Tyra continue on talking to Darius. All right, trying to plead his case. All right. All right. Trying to make himself feel better. Choosing the chat room and YouTube over his own goddamn family. All right. And your boy VicDamoane will be back in a second. Shout out to everybody that rock with me. Shout out to everybody that donate to the show. All right. Yeah. We're slaughtering haters today. All right. We have a open buffet. See y'all in a second.